All right. Welcome to the PSBS, the Plays Bullshit Podcast. I'm your host, Code T. PS and Bio, coach here is
Andrew Arenas, double is.
Yes, we're back after another week off.
I don't know where it happened. I just think, last week was my birthday.
Yes, it was.
I went to go celebrate it, and it was quite fun. I don't remember much of it. It was fun, but I couldn't do the show because I was just kind of blacked out for that day. And then Saturday became a little crazy too. And then, the onward days, it just didn't seem right to do it. And not much really happened that last week. Not too much, at least PlayStation related. Not too much PlayStation related.
Yeah, PlayStation related.
Because we're getting close to the launch of VR, so that's happening. Reviews have come out, and it's become PlayStation VR has been having quite the namesake for itself. It's doing well, with just the main contingency being just no full-fledged games, but the actual hardware itself is being well praised, which is good. So we don't have to worry about that.
What episode is this?
77?
I think it's 78. It's either 77 or 78. I want to get this right. This is 77. You're right.
Yeah.
Cool. So one of us is keeping track. It's hard when we take off. But so this episode 77. And it's a good thing you mentioned VR coming next week because I'm trying to think what the plan for next week's episode. Because today's Thursday, so next Thursday is my birthday.
Oh.
And the day VR comes out.
We have such close birthdays.
Yes, 2-3 weeks apart. But yeah, so my birthday's the day VR comes out. So still want to do an episode next week. I just don't know if we're going to do it late Thursday night or maybe try to do it during the day Friday. You think you can maybe do one during the day Friday?
Yeah, and then my goal is I want to get someone else that gets VR like you.
Yeah, because that's one thing. I don't know if I think next week we're still going to, have it be episode 78, but I think it's basically going to be all about VR next week.
Mm-hmm.
It'll still be...
we're
not going to dub it a special episode. It'll still be 78, but it'll be all about VR. So basically, if you have any questions about VR, just send them to us. Send them to that. Oh. We'll answer all your VR questions next week.
Oh, thanks for reminding me about the questions. I got to go to my notes and go to those questions that we got 3 weeks ago at this point?
Yeah.
I'm trying to find it. Gosh, I've already put down a lot of notes from school and stuff.
But yeah, send us some viewer questions, especially for VR for next week, because that's probably going to be the main focus next week is VR impressions, because I know I'll for sure have one next week.
Why did I just write the questions but not people's names on it? I think if I go to the name on my PlayStation Message app right here, I think I might be able to get to the names of them. I don't know. I just jotted down the questions. I didn't jot down the people's names. Let me go to the app. Because, how many do we have? 3. We got 4.
4. Oh.
Yeah, 4. Can we just read one? I guess.
Yeah, sure.
Let's see what we got. Trying to look at this one right here. This one comes from Feral Fawn. Yes, she asks, are free-to-play console games just dead in the water? Free-to-play console games, because...
not really. They're still...
That's a difficult one.
Yeah, they're still coming out, but there hasn't been one that's been, a big hit since... Warframe?
Yeah, because it really seemed evident around the launch of PlayStation 4 that these free-to-play shooter games were gonna, kind of dominate. But it was the launch of a console. There wasn't many games coming out at the time. We had attempts at PS3, especially with Dust 514 or whatever, but that didn't turn out well.
Yeah.
I think he's talking about Sony's first-party efforts with Guns Up and freaking Drawn to Death. Where I know some folks out there want Drawn to Death to kind of be just you actually pay for that game. So then, because I don't really know where Sony's trying to make a statement of making that game free. If it's been taking this long for it to actually fully come out, I kind of wish that I could just pay for it and just it's just done, as opposed to it being this free to play model.
Yeah, I mean, and we've already seen it with like the other one. That was the other one, Tomorrow Children.
Yeah.
Where it's going to be free to play, but right now, if you want, you kind of buy it. I mean, you're buying a founder pack for $20.
Yeah,
You
that's
get the game, and you get like all these like bonus stuff for being a founder, and then you get like a share code to give it to people to make it free to play for them. But there will be a full public free to play version. They said within like a month or so. So I mean, there's that. I mean, first party, yeah, there's that. There's Drawn to Death doing whatever. I mean, there's plenty of other free to play stuff still coming or in development. There's was Paragon's free to play, and then did that whole launch thing.
What about Guns Up? Was Guns Up something, right? Or
I mean, yeah, I've seen people play Guns Up. I think that's that one first party. I guess first.
But I thought that one kind of got axed ever since because there were layoffs at Sony San Diego.
I'm not sure. And then there's this other one I was actually reading about this morning. It's gonna be a free to play game, but they're doing a paid beta, basically, where it's kind of like the Founders Pack.
Paid beta.
A paid beta. Well, no, basically they're saying that, like, technically it is a beta. What you're playing is the beta version, but you're paying $20, but you get the Founder Pack, for it. So, and it's funny. So this game is called Snow, and it sounds exactly like Ubisoft's other game called. The name escapes me. What's that Ubisoft game, the snowboarding one, where it's open world?
Oh, jeez. God, it's been so much time talking about E3, but...
Because when I was reading about Snow, I thought that was it. I thought that was this Ubisoft game, but then no, this is a totally different game. That's the same kind of thing. It's an open world snowboarding game, but Steep. I found it.
Yeah, Steep. Oh, who could have guessed?
Steep comes out in December, and that one you just pay for it, and it's open world, and it's snowboarding and all skiing or whatever through Ubisoft. But there's this other game called Snow, which does the same thing, but it's a free to play version, and they're doing a Founder Pack beta thing this month where you pay $20 and get access to it.
Okay, so it's not necessarily paying for a beta; you're paying for the content right there.
Yeah, you're getting content. You're not just paying for this thing that everybody else is going to get for free in a couple months. You're getting like the bonus Founder stuff.
Yeah, it's just difficult to know where like console free-to-play games are going nowadays. It's just kind of difficult to know. And then even with Cliff Bleszinski's upcoming free-to-play game, which I believe is on PC or whatever, right? I forgot.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, it's just odd because he came at a time when that kind of market was kind of like really going, but now it's just kind of timid and kind of like, I don't know. There is this kind of certain stigma to like a game out there that's just kind of like already kind of free to play already. Like, I'm sure like I've talked about like already with Drawn to Death, like as great as it probably is, maybe like wouldn't have Sony shown at least a little bit more, like had more to Drawn to Death if like they actually charged for it, like $20 or $30.
But I mean, we've talked in great detail about Drawn to Death like 2 or 3 episodes ago. Go check that episode out. But like, Drawn to Death is there's more problems to Drawn to Death than what's is it free to play or not. Like Sony obviously has no idea what the hell's going on with that game.
No.
So this is not a good example. We need to focus on something more like the Tomorrow Children. That's a better example where that is available now as a Founder Pack. Right now to kind of mess with it, but it will be free later, like in a month or so, they said.
Well, it's interesting to talk about Drawn to Death because, that's just one that's not even getting off the ground and that came from a prominent game designer and all that. And I don't know, it just doesn't seem to be working.
Yeah, the game's just not coming together and it's just, I don't know what's up with it.
It's just disappointing. So, yeah, it's hard to know.
Yeah, but speaking of free to play, that does bring up a news item I had written down.
Ooh, what you got?
This was, I don't know if it was this week or last week since I have 2 weeks worth of notes now. But there was a report rumor thing that came out earlier that Battleborn was going to become free to play.
Yeah, there were some ramblings about the free to play.
There's ramblings that Battleborn is going to become free to play, which is surprising because the game is not even a year old. And there's already the ramblings that it's going to become free to play.
Yeah, almost akin to Evolve, but at least Evolve was already a year old by the time it went free to play on PC.
Yeah, but this is less than a year. But the developers, Gearbox, respond to that on Twitter saying that no, there is no plans to make it free to play, although we are working on a trial version that will be released for free.
Like, kind of like Destiny?
Yeah, where you get like a trial demo thing or whatever.
Yeah, Randy Pitchford got in a little fight with that guy that was making those accusations.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It was coming from a pretty trustworthy source about it.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
But he was pressing him about it, though, on Twitter. That was kind of cool. Well, he was really pressing.
Well, that was the thing. Even in the rumor, it said that the announcement wouldn't happen until November. Like, the announcement of the free-to-play.
So, like, they knew they got, like, announcement notes or something. I don't know. I think that might be true.
Yeah, because, well, that's the thing, though. It can still be true, because it's one of those things where the developers aren't going to announce it yet. Because the problem with announcing that a game is going free-to-play, you have to do it...
Nobody's going to buy it.
Yeah, you have to do it just at the right time. Because if you announce it too soon, then your sales are going to plummet, because no one's going to go out and buy it knowing that it's going to be free-to-play in a month or two.
Like, Battleborn sales could have plummeted any lower. They could have sold 2 more copies.
Yeah, you know, like somebody was going to buy Battleborn this month, and then they hear about free to play, and they'll be like, you know what? Nah, I'll wait for that free to play version.
Yeah, that's unfortunate about Battleborn. You know, like I had predicted that, and many people have. It's not like it's a unique thing to me. I mean, a lot of other folks out there predicted that Battleborn was going to take off in any way. Because, you know, some of the themes, all I'll say is theme similarities, not gameplay wise, but theme similarities with Overwatch. So, and Overwatch was clearly the dominant, you know, shooter
game that month.
Yeah. So, you know, it's disappointing. I felt like this game should have not have, you know, really existed. I wish, you know, Borderlands 3 was more of a fast track than this, but it's, you know, you got to commend them for making something new. Can't ever degrade that, but at the same time, you know, it's just a weird mix of priorities for Gearbox, and yeah, it's really unfortunate that this didn't work. But who knows if the free-to-play model, if a hypothetical free-to-play model could work, because it seemed to maybe have worked, perhaps. I mean, I don't know how it is right now, but for Evolve, I mean, that player base spiked when that happened, of course. Yep. So you never know, right?
Still no update on the console version, because the console version is not free to play for Evolve yet.
Oh, that's a bummer. I kind of hope it does.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to. That's what they said. They said it was going to be first on PC and see how well it does, and then they'll work it over to consoles. And since it is doing really well on PC, try and migrate that over to consoles.
Yeah, I think like the player base spiked by like 20,000% or something when it 20. Well, of course, you go from like 10 to 20,000. 20,000.
Yeah, that sounds right.
But that's good for Evolve though, that I got that spike. I wonder if it's sustained. I don't know, because like I haven't checked the Steam for freaking Evolve.
I thought that was like your thing, man. You got to check the stats.
I mean, at least for dude, it's been a while. It's been a while. It's not like every day I'm checking Evolve.
You check Evolve and every other game that's been out.
But I check. I mean, well, maybe I'll check how it's sustaining. But maybe it has. Maybe it hasn't. I don't know. But hopefully it has. But for, you know, if Evolve were to come to PlayStation, maybe we could see. But I always wish those kind of stats were to come to PlayStation. That'd be really nice. I want to know how many hours you've logged into a game. You know, I want those good details.
Those details, man.
How many people are playing it at once? I don't think Sony would ever allow that. That'd be awesome, though. I would love details like that. I mean, they kind of got close a little bit with this like 4.0 update. Now that I've been able to play with it a little bit more, they now on like on your profile, you can see how many games you like have in your library, which is pretty kick-ass. I guess you can like set your own wallpaper now on your profile.
Yeah.
So can you like attach any picture on there?
I don't know.
Gonna make a PSBS one and put it on there. Yeah. Also join our communities. Communities are still up. Are the communities like a year old yet? I think they might be a year old, right?
Maybe.
I think they are. Because remember we were making communities for like Metal Gear Solid?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the communities have already reached 1 years old.
Oh,
Yeah, Rock Band is already turned a year. Rock Band 4 has been a year old now for a year.
yeah, we're gonna. Oh yeah, what we gotta do is too like we gotta make a cause Rock Band Rivals comes out in what a
It's
week,
very
a
soon,
week and
just
a
two
half,
weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah, week and a half, 2 weeks.
Yeah, we gotta make a PSBS. What is it called? Cruise or whatever or band thing.
Yeah, we could totally do that. Yeah, yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, we gotta make
Yeah,
a.
I'm excited of the whole facelift that song selection screen is getting. It looks awesome.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, we definitely gotta make a PSBS one. Join on
Mm-hmm.
that, get that going. Because I already had, because I think they said because there's that, and then another one is Titanfall 2 has the whole PS. I made a PSBS clan thing in Titanfall 2 beta, and I think they said those carry over into the full game, like the beta, like the clan tags aren't going to get erased.
Then I want to make communities for Call of Duty 4 Remastered, and
Yeah.
so then I can gather people for that when you go play that.
Yeah, because I mean, who doesn't want the 4 letters PSBS before their name in online games?
Uh,
Yeah,
well, that got
so
me thinking.
I mean, that's what I was doing that Titanfall 2 beta, running around PSBS in my name.
Can I insert another question here?
Sure.
Let's see. Um, do you feel this doesn't even have a name on it? So he or she, do you feel that many of the independent games on the PlayStation Store get little to no spotlight? I guess talking about like independent games, that's what this person's talking about, smaller games.
Yeah, it's weird. Okay, so I want to say yes and no because here's the thing. Because we've talked about this greatly on the show about how most indie games, or at least the bigger ones, always end up free on PlayStation Plus.
Yes, later on.
Later on, not right away.
Or
Some right
or in
away.
some cases on the day one.
Yeah, some are day one and some a little later on, but most end up getting free on PlayStation Plus at some point. So obviously they get some kind of spotlight in that way. Some of the bigger indie games, the ones you kind of hear more about, like Gone Home, everyone knows about Gone Home, whatever. And it got free, and then there's some other smaller ones that end up getting free. But I guess there's some small ones that don't get any attention. Like there's that one episode. Remember you're pointing out some game that like I never even heard of and it was releasing.
Which one?
I forget what
Bound?
it was. Not
Is it
Bound.
Bound?
Bound's getting a VR update this week.
Oh.
No, I remember like you were like reading the PlayStation blog and there was like some game you never even heard of, and then there was like a highlight of it because like no one ever heard of it, and it was out on PS4 or something.
Was it like last month?
No, this was like a while back. Because we had a similar discussion about this, and you were like mentioning how like there's like for example there's this one indie game kind of this month, and no one knew what the hell it was.
Yeah, it's just strange because I don't know. I felt like lately, at least on the PlayStation Store, and rightfully so, I guess, that the AAA games are of course getting more of the forefront, like on the front page and whatnot. And like you really gotta dig for just a slew of like stuff that comes on the PlayStation Store. I mean, there's like so much stuff every week.
Yeah,
so it's difficult to keep track.
Yeah, it is hard because I mean that's the thing. Like sometimes I look at my friends list and they'll be playing something I never heard of. I have to like look it up. I had a friend a while ago playing The Bunker. I'm like, what the hell's The Bunker? And I look it up, and it's like it's a live action interactive story game.
Kind of like Her Story or something.
Yeah, where all of the scenes are like live action, and you like play through the story. And I'm like, okay, I didn't know this was like a thing on PS4.
And then Virginia came out, which was kind of low profile as well, but
yeah,
I want to get to that game. Somebody recommended that game to me.
yeah, because I mean, even the bigger ones I still haven't got around to. I mean, like I still never played. I haven't even bought Inside yet.
Yeah, no, I haven't still gotten around. Dude, they'll probably be on sale like next month.
But that's what I'm saying though. Like we've talked about this topic before too. Like I said, that's the problem with indie games. If I don't buy them like in the first day or week, I ended up not buying them because after that first week, I'm just so sure to myself saying like, oh, it's gonna be free on PlayStation Plus, or oh, it's gonna have some type of discount in the next month or two. You know. Yeah. This is how it goes, and that's the thing. If I don't buy it in the first week, I'm just not going to get it until there is, like I said, either a sale or free on Plus.
Yeah.
That's what happened with Gone Home. I was like, no, I want Gone Home. Let me get Gone Home. I bought Gone Home. And then like a few months later, oh, it's free on Plus. And I'm like, damn it.
Damn.
Same thing with, well, it was a year later, but like Grim Fandango was free, or like dirt cheap. Isn't the game been like $1 or $2 in the past couple of sales?
And then Day of the Tentacle was on sale like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, Day of the Tentacle. The only game I can think of that I bought and it didn't go on sale or free yet is Firewatch.
I know. Well, it only went on sale, but it was only like 15% off.
That was like the launch thing, though. That wasn't like since then, I think.
Yeah, and I guess sliding in another news item, Firewatch is getting its movie.
Yes, Firewatch is getting a movie. Another great topic we talk a lot on here is video game movies.
You think it will, because I haven't played Overwatch. Oh my god. Well, yeah, I haven't played Overwatch. Firewatch, another watch.
Firewatch.
You think that'll translate well to a movie?
I don't know, because the game is a little weird in the way that it's kind of like the first BioShock, where there's not a whole lot of like direct human interactions. There's a lot of like walkie-talkie talk, you know? Walkie-talkie talk. So it's just one of those things that's hard to kind of like replicate on film and it'd be engaging, you know?
Exactly, because I watched this film analysis video about talking on the phone in films, and how like phone conversations they're not tricky to do, but it's something that you don't want to do too often.
Yeah, that's why when you watch a movie and somebody's on the phone, there's always like cuts between the person and the other person.
Yeah,
you know?
And like a director's sin, what they don't like to do, like at least in the film analysis video I watched, people don't like text messages. Like people strongly advise you don't do text messages in film.
Oh, God. Like that's such a thing in films now, and in both movies and TV shows, to do the whole text thing, where like I'm texting, and then like there's a big ass bubble on the screen to show you what they're texting.
At least the ones that have done it well, at least in recent memory, for text messaging. I mean, Luke Cage does it well, and some comedies do it well, but
House of Cards is kind of like whatever. It's like, here you go.
I haven't.
One movie where it felt a bit over the top I watched the other night was The Shallows.
Yeah,
where like she's texting, it's like a big ass bubble, but then she starts Skyping people, so like you can see them Skyping on the phone, but then there's also a big bubble where you can see the person she's Skyping, and it's like, I don't know, it just felt like an overload of like, we get it, she's on the phone, you know. Felt like some VR projector thing, like, yeah, I'm Tony Stark, I'm flicking stuff projecting off my phone.
Yeah.
But you know what's one movie that did pull it off?
Which one?
Where it's all conversations on the phone.
Which one was it?
Locke. You seen that movie, Locke?
Oh, yeah, Locke, yeah.
The entire movie is done with basically Tom Hardy talking on the phone with a bunch of people that you never see.
Yeah.
So, when they make the Firewatch movie, they need to get Tom Hardy to be the main character, and get... Who's the director of that? Steven... I don't want to get their names mixed up, because they're two different people. Stephen Knight to direct it, not Stephen S. Knight, because that's the guy who.
That's I know who you're talking about. Yeah,
Stephen Knight did Locke, but Stephen S. Knight did Daredevil, and now he's doing Pacific Rim 2.
Yeah,
but there you go. Get Stephen Knight and Tom Hardy to make the Firewatch movie, and there you go.
You'll be so like, you want Tom Hardy to be the main Firewatch?
Yeah, Tom Hardy to be the main Firewatch guy.
We don't even know who he looks like, right? Or do you get to know what he looks like?
But yeah, just get Tom Hardy as the main guy, and then just get the guy director of Locke, and be like, yeah, they can pull it off. This engaging, just one person talking with other people on walkie-talkie the whole movie. They'll make it work.
But like, is it from like any major film studio? I guess it's like the information I'm missing.
No, they haven't announced a studio yet. They just said that the developers of the game are kind of working to develop their own studio, and then from there they'll probably partner up with like a bigger studio to distribute the film. A24. Oh yeah, make it an indie Oscar watch out film.
We gotta make it strange as well.
Yeah, I mean that's what happened.
Well, Firewatch is strange.
Yeah, there you go. It's kind of like, it's like what Ubisoft did. Ubisoft was like, we want to develop our own movies, and then they teamed up with Fox to distribute Assassin's Creed. Blizzard's like, we want to make our own movies. We're going to partner up with Universal. We're going to make Warcraft. Just like, it's not PlayStation related too, but also Universal said they're developing that Gears of War movie.
Yeah, the Gears of War movie. Yes.
That's it. They just said we're developing Gears of War movie. No director. No. Nothing.
I really don't get what that reinstatement was for, like, especially since the fourth game is coming out soon. It's like, oh, we gotta announce that we're actually working on the movie.
Yeah, because I mean, the movie's been developed since the first game? Like they've been talking about doing it.
Well, hopefully, Microsoft learns at least something. Oh my goodness, they already got a TV business, so like I hope ever since like the ramblings of the Halo movie, I hope they learned something. So because I think a Gears of War movie would be awesome. That's the thing.
Also starring Tom Hardy. Put Tom Hardy in everything.
Yes. But dude, I would love, yeah, a Gears of War movie. I think would be fan freaking tastic. And it could be directed by
Michael Bay.
Quentin Tarantino.
Quentin Tarantino finally making a big budget film.
A big budget film, like that's full of like cursing and full of violence.
It's got a funky soundtrack.
And the Gears soundtracks are just known for being quite sad and mellow.
No, but, I don't know. I don't know who should direct the Gears movie. Because I told you who should direct the Firewatch movie, so who should direct the Gears movie?
Wait, who should direct the Firewatch movie?
No, I already told you who I think should direct the Firewatch movie, so who you think should direct the Gears of War movie?
Well, realistically, well, I don't know, because like I think about like for the longest time like who to direct the Last of Us movie, but for Gears, I'm just removing anyone else that's working on even freaking projects right now to like even completely removing all of that. No, not Dennis Villeneuve. I say that for everything because like he's a really good filmmaker.
That would be a big freaking deal too if he directed a video game movie.
Yeah, but yeah. Dude, I think like with the stuff that he's been doing, I think later on he could do a video game movie.
Well, if video game movies ever become legit, they start being good and becoming a real thing, like comic book movies.
Yeah, exactly. Gears of War with that style of story. Who's done like tells of stories like that? I'm drawing a blank. I can't really think. Not Michael Bay. I don't know.
I don't know, because you know more about Gears than I do, so I don't want to throw out any names.
I don't. I'm really drawing a blank. It's hard.
It's hard, man.
Yeah, especially for I have all the ideas in the world for Last of Us, but not freaking Gears. It can be not anyone.
Not anyone. It'll be a directorless movie. Only made by the studio.
Only made by the studio. No, a bunch of producers.
Yeah. That's like, what's it? Man in High Castle Season 2 does not have a showrunner. They're just making it as is.
They're just making it as it is.
There's no showrunner. There's no one in charge. They're just making it with no leadership. Just, we got this.
That's always worked well, right?
Yeah, sure.
Oh
boy. Oh well, that's not PlayStation related, so we can pass that anyway if you can't come up with anything. That makes sense. Look at my news. Let's go back to some news. Let's talk about. What are we going to talk about? Well, I mentioned PlayStation Plus, so let's mention that real quick.
Oh, well, we got the price went up for Plus.
Price went up.
In case you haven't noticed.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we're past the first week, so these games are already currently available. But the new games for October were announced.
Yay!
Coming to Vita, we're getting Actual Sunlight. Also on Vita, we're getting Code, Realize Guardians of Rebirth. On PS3, we're getting From Dust and Mad Riders. And on PS4, we're getting Resident Evil 1 Remaster and Transformers Devastation.
Transformers Devastation.
It's pretty good.
That's cool. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good lineup for PS4. I already own both these games, so it's kind of like, eh. I did sell my Transformers Devastation though. Like I had the disc version, so I just went and sold it because I mean whatever, it's gonna be free on Plus. I just re-download it,
Mm-hmm.
And then Resident Evil Remaster I already have. But it's still a good month. I mean, Transformers Devastation, I guess that's I don't know if it's a AAA game. I mean, it's developed through Activision and Platinum Games, and it's available at retail. It was never $6, but it's still Still something. And then of course Resident Evil Remastered. It's Resident Evil, man. First one. Good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So they are showing signs of promise. Because everybody kept saying, like, oh, if they're raising the price, they better put out better games and, you know, all
Blah,
that.
blah, blah.
Blah, 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 yeah. People demanding, you know, I don't know, what's the big game this month they can start demanding?
Oh, geez.
Where's my Mafia 3?
Where's your Mafia 3?
I want my Mafia 3 for free.
The sad part is that's true.
Yup, somebody's going to be demanding it.
I mean, yeah, that was what I always laughed about.
Mm-hmm. Ugh. But you know what no one's demanding, but it's still happening?
What?
Bulletstorm is getting a remaster.
What? Bulletstorm?
Bulletstorm. Remember that little game?
It was a neat novel game, but...
According to a leaked ratings board, yeah, Bulletstorm is getting a remaster for PS4, Xbox One, and PC, calling Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition.
Full Clip Edition.
It says here it's going to be published by Gearbox Software. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. So I never played Bulletstorm, and a lot of people haven't played Bulletstorm.
Yeah, it wasn't necessarily a successful game.
No, not at all. It was very much a cult game where the few people who did play it really enjoyed it and liked it. And then there was a sequel in development. Like, they were like so sure, like, yeah, we want this to be a thing. And they already had work going on the sequel as pretty much right after the first one came out, and they canceled it because the sales were just so low. You know?
No, instead, People Can Fly worked on Gears of War Judgment.
Yep.
Arguably the lamest of the Gears of War franchise. But thank God they actually got someone at IGN. Oh, see, I'm calling them out. Someone at IGN that actually knows about Gears of War to review Gears of War 4. Thank God, dude. Because anyone could dispute that 9 whatever they gave.
9.2 or something.
God, a 9.2 they gave Gears of War Judgment. I played it. The game was shit.
But yet, God of War Ascension came out the same month, and it was also kind of the same thing, where it was like the big prequel of a franchise, and they gave that one like a 7 or whatever. But then they turned around and gave Gears of War Judgment a 9.2 or whatever.
Freaking Gears of War Judgment's worse than Ascension. That's saying something. Yeah, that's because that guy didn't even know what a Gears of War game was. He didn't. He did play the other 3, but like he didn't know. At least they got a dude that actually knows about Gears of War. Probably has played all of them, and so I trust his Gears of War 4 review. But freaking after Gears of War Judgment, no. Anyone else can laugh at that 9.2. That game is not a 9.2. That game's like a 6 or a 5. The campaign sucks. The multiplayer sucks. People Can Fly did not make a good Gears game. I can tell you that right now. I know the Gears of War franchise. Like, that series is fan-freaking-tastic. You don't mess with it.
Okay. I played like 10 minutes of it, and I was like, what the hell is this?
It's the game that's, really kind of put the forefront. It's like what Halo did with first-person shooters, what Gears of War did with those cover-based third-person shooters. Especially when it came out in 2006, a long time ago, it was a really important game. Yeah. Plus, it was graphically advanced at the time.
I mean, maybe if I put some more time into it, but like I was playing Gears of War Ultimate Edition, like on a friend's Xbox.
Yeah, definitely the Ultimate Edition.
And it was kind of like, again, no context, because I was like somewhere in the middle of the game, and I never played before. And I'm like, what the hell is this? I'm just in there playing it. All the characters look like giant football players. Talking bro. And just chainsawing, and I'm like, okay, this is all right.
Gears of War 3 is probably my favorite one. 3 had a really good campaign.
Dad, dear campaign.
Yeah, all of them were so good, but
Gears of War. Gears of War at one point was going to come to PlayStation, but Microsoft bought the license.
Yeah, they did.
Because like between 3 and Judgment, there was this window where like technically the game, because the game was like developed by Epic, and they're not first party with Microsoft. And Microsoft's weird. They don't, because like Sony does a lot of like, third party or second party exclusives, but they don't actually ever buy the IP. But like Sony buys the IPs. But like Microsoft doesn't buy the IPs.
Oh.
Like Insomniac developed Sunset Overdrive as an exclusive for Xbox, but Microsoft does not own the Sunset Overdrive IP. So if they wanted to take that game, put it on PS4, or maybe make it a sequel on PS4, they could do that. You know.
Oh, really?
So that was the situation with Gears of War, where after the third game, you know, Epic was just kind of like, "Hey, we can put this out on PS3 if we wanted to," you know, because Microsoft doesn't own the IP. They just kind of bought this exclusive deal, you know. But somewhere in between 3 and 4, they like straight up bought the IP, like bought the whole like IP, and that's why it went from Epic to
Microsoft.
Well, no, the new developer. They were going to be called Black Tusk or something, and then they changed their name to the Coalition.
The Coalition.
Yeah, they're developing Gears of War 4. That's what I'm saying though. Like that IP used to be just by Epic, and Epic could have put it on PlayStation if they wanted to, but then, and they even considered it. They said that, like I said, I remember reading interviews somewhere they're saying that they were considering putting Gears of War on PS3, but then Microsoft bought the IP. Same thing with Halo. Halo was technically owned by Bungie, but then when Bungie left Microsoft to do whatever, Microsoft bought the IP from them. Like, no, we own Halo. You know, so when they
remember when Halo on PC was published by freaking Gearbox.
Gearbox, yeah, because Gearbox is publishing this Bulletstorm remaster apparently. So it's like trying to get people to play Bulletstorm. It's like
you can try it out. I mean, it's not a bad game. It's a game that gets very repetitive, very quick.
But it's a short game, so you kind of just
it's short. I mean, it's a neat little game, but I mean, it's not. It's probably some remaster isn't gonna like really do anything for people. I think
this remaster's gonna sell like 1 million copies, and then they're like, "Oh, we gotta make a sequel. Bring this back."
Exactly.
And I'm just like, what? Like, what's this? I don't know. I just don't see. Because, I mean, remasters aren't, like, the full effort of developing a game, but there's still effort and money being put into remaster. I just don't see what the profit margin is for this, because it's just, I don't know how well this is going to sell. A Bulletstorm remaster, you know?
Probably don't know that well. I mean, it's like the same thing with the Darksiders remasters.
Yeah. Well, with Darksiders, we know that a third one has to be in development.
We hope.
Well, you would think so, because, was it Deep Silver bought it?
Yeah.
You know? So, like, why would Deep Silver buy the franchise and just do remasters of the first 2 games? You know, you would think a third one would be in development. Like, why else would they buy the IP?
How about can Darksiders be under development under the resurrected THQ?
Yeah, new THQ logo or something. But I don't know.
Name yourself after a dead company.
Yeah. It's totally worked the first time.
What's it called? THQ what?
THQ
Montreal,
I think, something like that.
No, I want to look it up. That's freaking ridiculous. What is it? THQ Nordic.
There you go. Yeah, it's weird. But no, I think Darksiders is at Deep Silver, I think. And yeah, they did the remasters, and yeah, you think they would bind the IP and do remasters, that they have to be a third one in development.
Has Nordic made anything? Like, I'm looking here. Key franchises. Yeah, they just kind of own all like some of the other key franchises that were not really bid off from THQ. De Blob. I remember De Blob. They need to bring that back. Did you ever play the PlayStation version?
No.
The Blob 2?
The Blob 2. No, I didn't play that one. Had move support.
Yeah, dude. You didn't support the move.
Move's about to get a big boost next week.
Sci-Fi Kids. It was published by Sci-Fi Kids. The channel. But it came out like back in 2011, so it's an old game. But and then there was like another De Blob game that took place between De Blob and De Blob 2.
That storyline, man.
Hey, it's like Jack. It's basically like the Daxter of De Blob.
Yeah.
So, dude, I still one day I want to come across. I probably will, but by the time I come back to San Diego Comic-Con, we have like Last of Us 2 announced and all that shit. Like, I can go and talk to a Naughty Dog developer guy because I did it at one point before. and I want to tell them about the Daxter thing.
Yeah, but they're just gonna write you off and say like, "Well, we didn't make Daxter."
Well, I want to tell them about it. Like, maybe you can like tell his like cohorts at Naughty Dog about it. Like,
Be like, "Wait a minute, did Ready at Dawn make Daxter a dick? Like, he didn't care about Jack.
for that whole 2 years.
2-year gap, didn't care about Jack until then."
Like, I know we covered this in another one before, but still, I always found it jarring, even when I played that game as a little kid, that why was there that gap of like 2 years? 2 years of what?
Yeah, there's a 2-year gap, and Daxter doesn't care about Jack. He doesn't remember him until he sees him pass by in that prison thing. And then when Daxter does go to save Jack, it's really weird because when you play Jack 2, Daxter acts like he doesn't know anything, but yet Daxter's been living in this future world for 2 years.
Yeah, unless he acts like he doesn't know anything.
Yeah, he doesn't act like he knows any, like, oh, what's this? So, looking at all this future stuff. But yet, in Daxter, he's living in it for 2 years.
He's basically made a home for himself.
Yeah, he made a home for himself, and yet when you play Jack 2, no one knows him.
Well, he was like with his own like little group of friends. Unless you don't even see his group of friends in Jack 2 at all.
No, they're in Jack X Racing, if you do the Link thing.
Oh my god! Oh, wow, we're getting real nerdy with the link thing.
Yeah, you link it. You link your profile. You
No,
link your
I did that.
Yeah, I did it too. I linked my PSP to my PS2, unlocked all the Daxter characters in Jack X, and then I loaded up my Ratchet Deadlock file, and then I got the Ratchet in Jack X.
Dude, I did that too. No, because I had to make my brother play Ratchet Deadlock because I didn't like Ratchet Deadlock. What were those days of like Sony had that room in order to make like little one-off games like this?
Yeah. It's like, and Daxter is like the one PSP.
Where was all that?
I don't know. And Daxter is like the one PSP game that never got ported to PS2.
And Daxter was so good.
Yeah.
Daxter was a good game. I 100% that. I did everything I could in that game.
Ready at Dawn at the height of their capabilities.
Yes, Ready at Dawn definitely at the height of their craft right there. Making games of existing franchises.
Doing that and doing the God of Wars.
But they sure did make like a fantastic looking game at least.
Yeah, it looks fantastic.
But the game.
Oh. And now they got Deformers in development.
Deformer, which looks cool.
Yeah, there's some blobs and stuff.
And it's not even using all of the Ready at Dawn resources, so you can't knock it.
Well, Ready at Dawn announced today that they're working on a Oculus exclusive VR game.
Oculus exclusive VR game.
It's like, what?
The Order VR.
The Order VR. No, I'm pretty sure Sony owns the IP. Unless they just don't care anymore.
Which they kind of feel like they don't. Because we haven't gotten a word about the Order ever since they came out.
Yeah. Which though brings up another news thing though this week because they announced I don't know if Sony announced it, but it was announced this week that Batman Arkham VR will be a PlayStation exclusive for 6 months.
Okay.
Before it's available on other VR platforms like Oculus or Vive, whatever. Vine. No, yeah, it's on Vine VR. No, Vive.
6.
And then 6 months window. And then they said Resident Evil 7 will have actually a 1-year exclusive VR window.
Ooh.
To where after 1 year, then they can start making... Because Resident Evil 7 will be launching on PC and Xbox One the same day as the PS4 version, just only the PS4 version will have the VR support. So a year later, the PC version can get VR support. So, I don't know, it's a little conflicting because... We've talked about this kind of before about console exclusives, how it's kind of pointless most of the time. Because, like we keep ranting on about Rise of the Tomb Raider, makes no damn sense. Why was it a time exclusive? And then now the whole thing. And then Microsoft was doing the same thing with Dead Rising. We're like, now 1, 2, and 2 off the record are now on PS4. 3 will apparently never come to PS4, but 4 will come to PS4 a year after the Xbox One version. It's just stupid. It makes no sense. And then now looking at this VR thing, it's one of those things where like you kind of look at it and go, yeah, you kind of see why, because you want to have those system sellers, on PlayStation to kind of sell that VR unit.
Mhm.
Especially something like Resident Evil 7, because I keep saying about Resident Evil 7 for me would be a system seller.
Yeah, because that's like the one like kind of full-fledged
Yes,
game.
the full-fledged AAA game that's fully playable in VR. So that, because I mean I'm already getting one, but like if I wasn't already getting one, that would be the system seller for me. Would be Resident Evil 7. So I mean, yeah, you kind of see the reasoning behind it, but the problem is VR is still such a new thing that you kind of want it. You kind of want all of it to be available on all the platforms because you want all of it to succeed to just keep that technology going forward.
Mm-hmm. Always forward.
Always forward. Forward always.
And
But
then, yeah,
because that's what we talked about this because that's the problem why consoles have trouble keeping certain features active on their system because the problem is a lot of developers don't want to develop exclusively for it. Like you look at the PS4. PS4 has a light bar, a touchpad, all that stuff. A lot of developers are messing with it at launch, but since then, not really because there's just no point. Like why develop the PS4 version to do this when it's not on Xbox?
exactly,
I mean?
dude. What other game has even like used extensive use of the touchpad ever since like Infamous Second Son?
Yeah,
Tearaway Unfolded.
Yeah, but Tearaway Unfolded was designed to use everything.
And it's a PlayStation exclusive.
And it's PlayStation exclusive. But I mean, since launch, the touchpad's just been a really big start button.
A really big start button.
So it's just because, like I said, it's because these third-party developers kind of look at it and go, well, no, we don't want to put extra time to develop certain little features for this version because, we can't put it on Xbox, so it's like whatever. It's kind of the same thing with VR, where it's like, if VR and PlayStation sells so many units, they kind of developers look at it and say, oh, well, no, there's not that many VRs available on PlayStation, so why should we develop a VR game? But they have other platforms like Vive and Oculus. They can go, well, if we develop for PlayStation, we can also put it on Oculus, put it on Vive, and then there you go. That's three platforms. That's three platforms right there. We can put it on, more to sell it on. Where if like you look at something exclusive like Resident Evil 7, it'd be like, well, we want to do VR, but it's only on PlayStation. But PlayStation VR is only going to sell so many units. It's going to like hurt them and say like, well, no, we don't want to develop VR because there wasn't that much to sell them on, but that's because you put it exclusively to VR and you're lowering your market.
You don't want the lower markets.
No, you gotta get the wide market so we can push this technology forward. We want VR to sell. We need content to be on all the platforms so people can keep supporting the technology. It's not supporting because in this case it's weird because like consoles are firm technology. Consoles are just going to stay. They're going to stay around. VR is not guaranteed to stay around, so you kind of need to support the technology rather than the platform. The specific platform.
Mm-hmm.
So,
always forward.
Always forward.
Is that what this episode's going to be called?
Sure.
Always forward.
Always forward.
Pop,
man.
Captain America would have really loved Pop. It's a swear jar.
Oh yeah.
He would have really loved him.
Really love that.
He's like, you've done some bad, shady stuff, but I appreciate the no cursing. So,
yeah. Anyway, let's see what else we got on my news. Talking more about. I don't necessarily consider it a remaster or what, but
more remasters. Oh my god,
it's not. I don't know if this is considered a remaster or a re-release, but
all right, just say it. What is it? What we got?
A little bit of conflicting news for me. It was announced that Danganronpa 1 and 2 Reload is coming to PS4.
Oh yeah, Danganronpa. They posted the little picture of Monokuma.
Mm-hmm. It's coming.
Yeah, I'm excited for this. Holy crap! Yeah, freaking Monokuma's coming to PS4.
Yeah, coming in early 2017. It'll have both games packaged together for $40, digital and retail. Yeah, I mean this is interesting because this is a franchise I've always wanted to check out because I keep going on how I love Zero Escape, and this is kind of like the same vein or genre, kind of. So this is something I always wanted to check out, but again, this is taking away from the Vita though because now it's like, well, we can play it on PS4.
Who cares? The only Vita exclusive game that hasn't hit the PlayStation is freaking Killzone Mercenary
and Uncharted.
and Uncharted. But dude, watch them get released one day. Dude, Uncharted Golden Abyss PS4 edition. Oh my god! But Naughty Dog is already. I mean, they already put out statements about that. Why it can't be in Nathan Drake collection.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, I mean, we always want to support the Vita, and I do want to. And here's the thing, though, like, I don't know if the Vita versions are going to drop in price because of this. 'Cause that's the problem. Like, I looked on like Amazon, and like each game is still around $30 to $40 on Amazon. And
dang, is it rare or something?
It's not rare. It's just the one Vita game that's in demand. So to look at this collection for PS4 and you get both games for $40, it's like, well, that's kind of actually the better deal.
Yeah, and plus it's on PS4 and it looks nice, and you get it on there.
Yeah, but they said it's more text-based, so it kind of feels more at home on the portable. I don't know if it's gonna translate well to the TV.
Oh yeah, do a bunch of reading on your TV.
Reading on your TV, yeah, it's gonna be great. But yeah, like I'm like.
I imagine with you with the VR headset doing the theater mode, reading. This is strain your eyes. You're like, ah!
Trying to read the text and like, yeah.
How much do you think you're going to utilize that theater mode?
A lot, hopefully.
Can you watch movies on it?
Yeah, you can watch Netflix and
holy
movies.
Shit, really?
Yeah. They said yeah, that's another news thing this week. They said all your existing media apps and stuff will work with cinema mode.
The reviews haven't really talked about it.
I don't know. They haven't messed with it. It's weird.
I think they want to review the whole VR unit for what it's capable of.
I know, right? Well, I wonder though if a lot of those media apps have been updated yet. I don't know if they need an update or not.
Perhaps.
Because they might need to be updated.
But there's not that whole UI thing, so it shouldn't really matter.
Maybe not. Because I know like some reviewers were saying how they couldn't talk about Playroom VR, because Playroom VR doesn't come out till Wednesday or Thursday.
Playroom VR looks kind of cool.
Yeah. But like I said, it's just not available yet.
I heard having the new PlayStation camera really helps with it.
I don't know. Still rocking my old one.
Are you gonna get the new one?
I don't need it. I have a camera.
I need the new one because I don't have one.
You have one. But
I mean, we'll see. I mean, I hope that the theater mode looks good. I mean, I expect the quality to be a little bit lower, but I hope it's cool and good. What's it like? Like, I wonder what it like looks like. Is it literally like looking like in a theater or something?
No, they said there's no
seats. You're not in a seat.
Sony said there's no like actual room. You're just kind of like in a dark area, and there's like a big ass screen in front of you. You're not like virtually in a movie theater.
That'd be cool.
Like you look around, you see seats and all that. No, that's not what it is. Basically, you're
that's
just.
I think that's what the avatars on the Xbox 360 try to do. I remember like there was this one E3 thing where like there was something where you were supposed to watch Netflix together.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, I remember that.
Remember that? And like you were reacting along with people while you were watching Netflix. Mm-hmm. And then back then, when Xbox told you exactly what you were watching on Netflix. It would tell you, the Xbox 360 back in the day used to tell you exactly what you were watching.
So it'd be
what episode.
It would say your friend is watching, you know, whatever.
Yeah, well, I don't remember like what people were watching back in the day, but yeah, it would tell you. I would tell you what exactly they were watching, which is funny. But I don't think it does that anymore. Yeah, probably privacy reasons.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'll check that out though. Cinema mode. Let's watch some Netflix or. Whatever on there. Hulu. I have Hulu. I just don't use it.
ECW app now.
I've been using Amazon Prime though because I got stars through it, so I can watch Ash vs. Evil Dead. Use that.
I wanted to see maybe if I could get the additional subscription at Hulu. Maybe watch some Ray Donovan. But I don't watch Showtime.
No, there's only one good Showtime show.
Ooh.
And that's Shameless, and all 6 seasons are on Netflix right now.
That's comedy.
It's comedy drama.
But like Showtime's known for a lot of dramas.
A lot of dramas. Too dramatic for me.
Too dramatic.
Like they're just overly flawed, and I just don't care.
You mean with the characters?
With the characters, yeah.
They're like too unlikable.
Yeah, and I've watched most of the current stuff, like just some of it, and I just can't get into it. Like I said, the only one I really liked was Shameless, and if you want to watch it, all 6 seasons are on Netflix right now. I mean,
you know what's cool? I can watch my HBO Now on my theater mode.
There you go. Yeah, because HBO Now came out this week on PlayStation.
Yes, long awaited, about a year.
Oh yeah, that's Microsoft getting those deals. But yeah, it's there now, so that way you can watch your Westworld as it's going.
It's very nice. I'm sure it's the exact same as like HBO Go, isn't it? Or
yeah, it's just like HBO Go, except you can independently subscribe to that app.
Wow.
Where like Go, you had to like do it through your cable provider.
But it looks nice. The quality on it's very good and all that, and it's very elegant and nice.
Yeah.
Doesn't have like those stinking ads in the beginning, like the mobile app does, where like it advertises other HBO shows.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Well, I mean,
it just plays the episode.
Yeah, I don't mind if there's a little ad if it's just something like that. Like, hey, also on this app you can watch.
It kind of bugged me. Because
you can fast forward it. It's not like Hulu where if you try to fast forward it like messes up or something. But like on HBO you can fast forward it.
It's because it made the episodes look longer than they actually were.
Well, that too, and like I don't know if they do it for Westworld, but I know for like Game of Thrones too, they put like behind the scenes stuff at the end of the episode too. Where it's like, stay tuned after the episode and get some behind the scenes, whatever.
What, do I get to see like Tyrion do a little dance?
Behind the scene bloopers.
Of the Game of Thrones. Such a dramatic show, but it's so funny.
Yeah, well, I mean that's behind the scenes stuff. So it's like, look at that.
Well, yeah, it's because like in Game of Thrones, no one cracks a freaking joke in this show.
No, there is fart jokes in Game of Thrones.
Wow, fart jokes.
They're far between, but there is fart jokes in Game of Thrones. So people can't talk too highly of Game of Thrones, and I have to like burst their bubble and be like, you do know that there's been at least 2 fart jokes in Game of Thrones.
Oh, so you're bursting people's high horses saying like Game of Thrones is not an overtly serious show?
Yeah, like people are just like Game of Thrones is amazing, and then like when they like when they try to like belittle humor in like other like movies and shows, I kind of like burst the bubble and be like, there's fart jokes in Game of Thrones.
It's not like an all serious show.
Yeah.
There's some humor in the Telltale game.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's great humor in the Telltale game. You fuck potatoes. It's like what?
Yeah, like there's some funny dialogue. Yeah, there's some funny parts in
there is some humor in Game of Thrones. It's not. I mean, it's never anything like overly like laugh out loud funny. Just small funny joke remarks things, just to kind of like break up the series drama a bit. But it's never anything like over the top, except when they do the fart jokes.
Yeah, I don't know how I just like on one of my Wikipedia holes. And somehow I ended up on the Game of Thrones list of houses official Wikipedia page.
Oh god, I can name like 2 and that's it.
No, I freaking scrolled down the entire thing. I mean, just like glance. I'm just like, oh god. I mean, I think that's like from the official like books. So like,
there's way more in the books. Yeah, there's way more in the books than the show.
But I'm like, if it's even remotely like this in the show, I'm like, oh god, I don't think I want to get into this.
Well, I mean, you play the games. You're able to follow the game, right?
I mean, it's just like a lot of shit. I guess if you have a bunch of houses, I'll just be automatically turned off.
Well, I mean, even you played the game. The game has the Starks, the Lannisters, the Forresters, the Boltons.
But I see like these family trees that have like so much. I'm like, oh my god, am I gonna have to memorize all of this?
Yeah, that was the problem with the ending of the last season, where like, I don't want to overly spoil it for people who may not know, but basically at the end of last season, they expect you to kind of like know a character, even though we've never seen them on screen before. It was really weird. There was like this big revelation at the end of season 6, and it was just like, everybody was like, what? And I'm like, wait, what? Like, I had to go look it up, and it's like, oh, it's because of this character. And I'm like, but who's that character on the show? And they're like, oh, that character's never been shown on the show. Like, we've never seen him on screen before. I'm like, if we've never seen him on screen before, then how the hell are we supposed to know who the hell you're talking about? You know? Like, that was pretty ridiculous at the end of last season. I was just kind of like, wait, whoa, what?
It's Game of Thrones for you.
Yeah. It's dense. It is dense with lore.
Some dense lore right there. That's why I'm not sure if I ever want to touch it with a 10-foot pole.
Well, I mean, think about it. If you watch it and get into it, it'll come to you better. Because I mean, like Star Wars would have dense lore to somebody who doesn't know what's up, right?
Yeah, I know. It's just that it's not like overtly complicated.
Well, yeah, because you know it though. That's the thing.
I guess. And like knowing all the fans, okay, yeah, I guess like if a newcomer was to like an overview look at Star Wars, they were like, man, that's some nerdy shit.
Well, and granted, me and you aren't like big into the extended universe because like I don't know what the hell happens in Clone Wars or Rebels. You know?
Well, because like there's like that specific episode order that you gotta watch the Clone Wars in.
Yeah, because they're bringing stuff.
It wasn't chronologically.
Oh, yeah, because they are pulling stuff from Clone Wars and putting them in the movies now. So I'm just like, oh, shoot.
You gotta know.
You gotta know that extended lore, man. Extended universe.
I know. I thought episode 7 was gonna like motivate me to actually watch it, but it really didn't.
No, I guess Rogue One's gonna do that because Rogue One.
Yeah, I think probably Rogue One's gonna do that because like it's a different kind of Star Wars movie,
and it features a character from Star Wars: The Clone Wars cartoon.
Yeah, so I think that's gonna push me a little bit more. Like, maybe we do need the Star Wars films every year.
Clone Wars is on Netflix, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's the official Star Wars website tells you which order you should watch them in.
Cool.
But it's going to be a little jarring going from, like, season 1 to, like, season 4, and then season 2, and then season 4, and then season 3, and then season 1. And
yeah.
Unless you want to do it that way, watch it in chronological order.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like the thing with episode 1. It's like, do you want to watch a chronological order, or do you want to watch them in the order they came out?
Oh, God, dude. I had, like, this one guy, painfully, where he's like, no, you should watch it where you, like, watch the first 2 of each one. Like, you watch A New Hope first, and Empire, and then you watch Phantom Menace and Clone Wars. And then you watch Revenge of the Sith, and then
Return of the Jedi.
Return of the Jedi. I don't know why. I almost said Revenge of the Jedi.
That was the original title of the movie.
Isn't that like the dumbest thing I ever heard? I can't take that's like the dumbest. He was saying something about like the impact of like Darth Vader or whatever the twist because like you got an idea of who he is. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I know. I've heard that before too. Like there was this article I read that like broke down like different ways to watch it in different orders and what impact it would leave on a first time viewer. So like they said, yeah, you can watch in chronological order and the viewer gets everything. Like they know who Darth Vader is even before the big twist of like I am your father, you know. Or you watch it in the regular order where you watch the old ones first, then the new ones, and then you get to have the twist happen on you, whereas the I am your father, and then you go to the prequels and see his rise. But then, like you said, I saw one where it was like you watch 4 first, then 5, and then you get the twist, like oh shit, that's his dad, and then you watch the prequels to kind of get that like flashback moment of like how he became Darth Vader, and then you see the finale to it
because there's the time jump, stupid.
And then I read one lineup where they said you don't even have to watch episode 1. Like you don't need to watch Phantom Menace to understand what's going on. Like you can just skip that movie.
But Qui-Gon Jinn.
Qui-Gon Jinn never shows up again in episode 2 or 3. He is only mentioned at the very end of 3. So you can just skip 1. So I'm just like, okay, whatever.
It's too bad we never got those Star Wars movies released in theaters again.
The 3D prints are out there. They just sitting there.
But then again, it's those messed up versions of Star Wars, so it's not like we're getting the original ones in theaters at all. So
Star Wars, though. But
I know I miss my Star Wars.
Yeah. Anyway.
Star Wars VR.
Star Wars VR coming next week, right? I don't know. We haven't heard anything about it, so I'm like, wait, it is coming out next week, right? I don't know. We haven't. I don't know.
I think I said this in another episode before, but I wish there was Battlefield 1 VR.
Yeah, there's no experience thing for Battlefield 1.
So cool though.
But like Call of Duty's getting one. We're in the Jaguar, whatever jet.
At least
Something. We're 5 minutes over the 1 hour mark, and there's still one more topic that I want to get to at least.
What you got?
Before we sign off, because it is an update on a topic we talked about last episode.
Mm-hmm.
It was announced yesterday, I think. Bethesda confirmed that yes, mods are coming to Skyrim PS4 edition and Fallout 4. They said mods will come first to Skyrim, and then once that comes out, then they'll go back and start working to get mods on Fallout 4.
Oh, wow. I guess after all this hot debate that we did a little bit a while ago. Wasn't it last episode we were talking about the whole thing?
Yeah, the end of last episode we talked about it. They said, because originally they said that there would be no mod support on Skyrim Special Edition or Fallout 4 for PS4. Saying that there was some conflict over the mod support from Sony's end.
We threw the hypotheticals about Sony maybe wanted Bethesda to QA every single mod on.
And Bethesda was like, "No, you do it." And Sony's like, "No, you do it." And it was just kind of like Bethesda was the first one to kind of point the finger at Sony and say like, "No, Sony's not letting us do it right."
That was hypothetical. I don't think that was
we were just hypothetical.
But that was a strong hypothetical, though.
Yeah, because that was the thing. Like I said, in that same week, Farming Simulator came out and said, "Hey, we're getting mods on PS4, so it's not so much Sony
out of the realm of possibilities."
Yeah,
for a game to get mods, even though it's a
it wasn't Sony. Game. Yeah, it wasn't Sony saying, "Hey, you can't do mods at all on our console. It's just you have to do it a certain way." You know, and I guess they figured it out because Bethesda came out and said this week that yes, mod support's coming to Skyrim first, then Fallout 4. Also, both games are getting pro support.
Yeah, so 4K support too, huh?
Yep, 4K support for both Skyrim and Fallout 4.
Oh, that's a big deal. So that should be interesting.
Oh man, Skyrim's gonna look so nice. 4K screen. Same thing with Fallout 4. It's gonna look nice. But they also said that the mods will. They said there is a slight catch to the mods. They said there's the specifics of it.
The attachment size,
and all that, and they said mods can only be made using resources from within the game itself.
Oh.
Which means that we probably aren't going to get those really out there mods that incorporate stuff from outside of Skyrim. You know?
Oh, I mean that's what the Xbox had limitations with that as well.
Oh. But it's still disappointing because
the mods in Fallout 4 on Xbox have already been criticized for being less than the PC mods.
Okay, so it seems to be the same then because I wasn't sure. Okay, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure what the limitations were on the Xbox version.
Yeah, there's already criticisms about Xbox One mods. Anyways, the file size and what you can do. You can't have outside source stuff.
Yeah,
it has to be within the boundary. So that's what people already been out of shape about. So it's not
yeah.
See, this is why this isn't that big of a deal to me. Now, look, I think it is to a lot of people, and I understand that. But the 4K support's big.
Yeah,
I think that's cool. And actually, for Bethesda to be supporting a Sony product.
That's what I said, is that freaking love-hate relationship Bethesda has with Sony. I hate you.
I mean, the fact that they're supporting...
but I mean, look, they did it. They did what we just said 2 weeks ago, because we were talking about this love-hate relationship where Bethesda says, hey, we can't do this on PlayStation, but then they come back and say, well, yeah, we can do this, but then they do backhand, insults a console that can finally support VR or whatever with Scorpio, and then saying, oh, we can't do mods on PS4, and oh yeah, look, we can't do mods on PS4, and we're doing pro support with 4K. Oh, we love you, Sony.
That 4K support must have been at least in the works for a while.
Yeah.
Getting the PS4 Pro update for, and this is a pro update, right? Did they specifically list that as a Pro update? Yeah.
Yeah,
because it is 4K.
Yeah, 4K.
So that's going to be pretty cool. I mean, it's at least something, especially to an existing game that's quite popular. Mm-hmm. Well, both of them.
Yeah.
Not just Fallout 4. Both games are going to, well, at least Skyrim's going to aim to sell relatively well, and Fallout 4 has already sold well. So, I want my Rockstar support for PS4 Pro. That would really kind of sell me on it. Like if GTA 5 got PS4 Pro support, that'd be a big deal. But it doesn't seem to be likely, unfortunately.
Yeah. But
it's all good though. Good to see that all that's resolved.
Good to see it's there. A little disappointed I won't be able to play the Thomas, the train mod that I keep seeing online. It's like I wanted to play that on my console, but it's outside resources.
And to be like Ant-Man?
Ant-Man. Yeah, and be just like Ant-Man. Thomas the Train.
Choo-choo.
It's the hype train. Alrighty. Oh, wait, do we have any more questions?
I think I'm already gonna take one out because it was stuff about PS4 Pro. We got a conference. I mean, we have a question still from about the conference. Well, like a month ago now.
Well, I mean, we missed 2 episodes in the past month.
Yeah, well, someone. I mean, I threw around this question though about like games being delayed because of PS4 Pro.
I don't think so. I don't think they're just intentionally going to delay a game just to do pro support.
I think out of all of them, well, I mean, you don't think like even remotely like Last Guardian or like Gran Turismo Sport?
Gran Turismo Sport, no, because that was a significant delay because we don't even know when it's coming out. They just said 2017, and they were refunding people's pre-orders. So that's something more significant than just, hey, we're doing VR and pro support. Last Guardian, no, I think it was just to get out of that crammed October month. And then Final Fantasy, I think it was just for last minute stuff. I don't think it was just for pro support. Because
all right, fine. Last culprit, last suspect, Mass Effect Andromeda.
No. Mass Effect Andromeda, there's no way because we already talked about this. Mass Effect Andromeda can't be coming out first quarter 2017, considering how little we know of that game.
Oh, I know.
That is not because of pro support. No. Because there's another game that got delayed today, actually. Gravity Rush 2 got delayed.
What?
Gravity Rush 2 was supposed to come out December 6th, but it got delayed to January 20th.
Sony has no games. Literally no games.
No, but it was funny because like they delayed it, and the developer straight up said on Twitter or whatever, the reason for the delay was basically to get it out of a crowded month. Because you look at December 6th, that's also the day Last Guardian's coming out.
Oh, jeez. So all Sony has is Last Guardian.
And VR.
Well, yeah, VR is a big one. I mean, dude, how many games is that total to buy the freaking VR unit?
Yeah, they said 50 games between now and January.
That's good.
Yeah. But, yeah, Gravity Rush 2, they said it's coming out in January because they said it's just more crowded in that December. Because, I mean, think about it. December 6th would be the same day Last Guardian comes out and a week after Final Fantasy 15.
When is Steep?
Huh?
Steep,
yeah. But you got to think, too, like, Gravity Rush 2 is kind of targeting that same kind of audience, too, with Final Fantasy and Last Guardian, because they're all Japanese developed.
All Japanese developed.
So it's kind of like, they're kind of appealing to that same market. So it's kind of like, well, they might need to delay Gravity Rush 2 a month. But they said the consolation, though, for delaying Gravity Rush 2 is they said they delayed it, but they said all the story DLC will be free now.
Oh.
As a, hey, we're sorry for delaying it a month. They said the story DLC is going to be free for Gravity Rush 2.
Okay. I'll allow that.
So it's like, well, there you go.
Okay. That's something.
I wonder.
I'm just upset that Sony lost another game for the year, but.
Yeah. That's a little disappointing. But we'll see. I wonder if since Sony is like trying to up the games they're putting out for Plus, do you think Gravity Rush should be free between now and then? Gravity Rush Remaster?
Oh, remaster. But we already had Gravity Rush for free.
We had Gravity Rush free on Vita, but not the PS4 version. Like, might as well.
No, I think they would want you to buy the remaster.
Yeah, but hype up the second one. Like put it free in like December or something.
Nah, you had your chance. You either get it on Vita or you either
Oh
go.
yeah, we want you to play it on Vita, but when the second one comes out, sorry, you gotta play it on PS4 because we ain't developing Vita no more.
Play it on the Vita.
Get used to the Vita controls and getting
You
used to
can
the
both
Vita.
play Gravity Rush 2 on your Vita if you want it so bad on the Vita.
I'm just saying. Like, what if they made Golden Abyss 2 only on PS4?
I wonder if you can use your Vita as a controller in the VR headset.
I don't see how that would work.
You use like the Vita as like a second controller and you like play with the VR headset.
No, because you can't remote play peripheral games to your Vita, so I'm pretty sure the VR games would count.
Can I play Rock Band in theater mode?
I don't know. I guess, but you won't be able to see your instrument you're holding, so you gotta know what you're doing.
What's the point of that? You're not really supposed to look at it.
I don't know.
At least it's the guitar.
Yeah.
You don't really have to like look.
I mean, they said with the processing unit that comes with the VR. They said it shouldn't. They said the lag and latency and resolution shouldn't drop when you're in the cinema mode.
So I can play Rock Band in cinema now.
Yeah, so you should, in theory, be able to play Rock Band cinema mode.
So I can focus better.
Yeah, because they said all games will work with cinema mode except I don't know, because it might fall under that peripheral thing. Because they didn't say exactly peripheral games. They just said all games except for certain ones that use more stuff. Like they said Tearaway you can't play in cinema mode.
Why no Tearaway?
Because it uses the camera, and the camera's already focused on your VR.
But you don't even have to play with the camera for Tearaway.
I don't know. That's what they said. So I'm just
what about? I don't know. So many questions with VR.
Send them to us next week.
You didn't really answer them.
Hopefully we can answer them next week. So send us your VR questions.
Yeah, we're gonna. No, and even I'll be that surrogate of like
asking questions.
What's going on?
What's going on?
Because I mean, I'm not getting this VR headset day one.
Yeah.
I gotta have something to look forward to for Christmas. And besides, Christmas is like goes so quick. Like, because I remember for when I didn't get the PS4 till Christmas, and it came by so fast.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I'm gonna get this VR headset before I know it.
Yeah.
So I gotta get excited for something. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm not getting the VR headset till Christmas. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Star Trek will be out by Star Trek will be out by then. Star Trek.
Oh yes, Crew. Star Trek.
Yeah, because it's weird. Like all the Ubisoft games don't come out until December for VR.
Come on, man, you're gonna get that Star Trek.
Star Trek comes out like the first week of December. They got this Wolf game that's developed by Ubisoft that's coming out in December. Eagle Flight comes out in November.
Eagle Flight's $50 though.
$50, holy shit! And then did you see too? They're doing a weird 1 week digital thing for it. Like,
no.
I think if digitally, if you want, Eagle Flight comes out like November 11th, but the retail version comes out November 18th. So like, there's like a 1 week digital exclusive window.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what is this? Like, are you trying to be like the DVD market? It's weird. But yeah, so there's that. Those VR stuff to look forward to. But yeah, we're now almost the 1 hour, 20-minute mark. It's time to wrap this up. But yeah, next week, like I said, I'll have the VR. Be playing it. You said you might be able to find somebody who also has VR.
Yes, I want to find someone to bounce off of it, talking about VR, and I can give the questions.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, if you have any questions about VR, please send it to us. That's probably going to be the focus of next week's episode. There's many ways you can contact and email us. You can email message us on Twitter at PSBS.
Or my Twitter.
Or your Twitter at Double Is. You can comment directly on the YouTube video. You can message us on YouTube. You can message us on PSN at Bayou Boys.
Which I really like. I like getting the PSN inboxes.
PSN, we like that at Bayou Boys or Double Is. You can, like I said, what I said, what I say. Yeah, comment on the YouTube video or message directly on the YouTube channel. Some guy messages on Twitch one time. You mean you can do that? I just don't recommend.
Yeah, someone did message on Twitch.
We don't check that one as often as those other ones. But that's
and there's the Amazon Prime Twitch merge
thing
where you can go subscribe to any channel for a month. Which is cool.
Yeah. Well, there's the PSBS community on PlayStation. You can go search up, join. You can send us questions on that.
The latest and greatest games that we're going to feature on there.
It's great. All that cool stuff. Yeah, do that. You can't message us on it, but you can check us out on iTunes. We're available on iTunes, brought to you by
If you want to ask a question in the review.
Oh, yeah, if you want to do that, like a review. Like, I like this podcast, but I want to know, what is it about VR that is awesome? You know?
Yeah, you can send us that preferably on the other thing. That's okay.
Yeah. But, yeah, like I said, we are on iTunes for you to check us out there. Brought to you by Dayspace, the guys who also bring you Living Room Clutter and Character Crunch.
That's right. You can't forget about that.
Which, Harmonix VR game is coming out next week, so...
they're probably going to be talking about that one.
We'll be talking about that next week.
I don't know if any of them getting a VR headset. You're going to have to hit them up about that.
I don't know, but there is a Harmonix VR game coming out next week, so if anyone's going to talk about it and get it for sure, it'd be those guys.
I would hope so.
Yeah. If they're getting VR, then they're getting their Harmonix game to go with it. They got to talk about that.
Well, they're already getting their Rock Band Rivals stuff soon.
Yeah.
Because they're part of the road crew.
Mm-hmm. Get early access to that.
We're going to get that for free.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll be checking out Rock Band Rivals. I don't know if we're going to talk too much about it, but we are going to.
we got people to do that for us.
Yeah, that's their thing is the Rock Band. But we are still going to do a PSBS crew band, whatever it's called.
So you can join it.
So you can join it, help us do the challenges and points and all that good stuff.
Then I'm going to be looking for some friends online to play with come December.
Yeah, once online support comes in.
Yeah, really excited for that.
I'll play online. Just gotta get the Rivals
expansion. Oh, you'll play online with me?
Yeah, I just gotta get the Rivals expansion. And then I'll
sing Leonard Skinner songs and I'll sing some CCR.
CCR, yeah, there's some good stuff there.
The Bayou.
It's
good songs. There's gonna be a lot of good songs we can play together.
Good stuff.
Stop the rain.
Oh yeah, who will stop them?
Well, yeah, because there's a hurricane going on right now.
Hurricane a coming.
Hurricane Matthew.
Yeah, it's a coming.
It's a big hurricane.
Yeah, you gotta stay safe this weekend.
But nobody cares.
I wouldn't say that. It's just doing some damage.
It's doing some damage.
It killed 269 people.
Wait, already?
In Haiti.
Oh, yeah. Jeez.
Don't joke about that. Don't offend people.
I know. Oh, yeah, man.
So yeah, stay safe if you're in the area this weekend.
Hurricane Matthew, dang.
Well, be safe, be careful. But anyway, wrap this up. This has been the PSBS PlayStation Podcast, episode 77. I'm your host, Code TPS, and my voice coach here is
Andrea Stubbles. Yeah, stay safe of the Category 4 hurricane.
Mm-hmm.
Big
hurricanes. Yep, stay safe. Stay safe, keep dry.
There's a federal state of emergency in Florida, but nobody seems to care.
Yeah, like I said, be safe. And hopefully see you guys next week. And well, I say that every week. Now it sounds really bad.
Hope to see you guys next week.
I mean, I say that. Yeah, I thought about it. I was like, wait a minute. I say that every week, but it's just now that just sounds bad.
You can wait. Do we end?
We're just gonna end now because I don't know how.
Oh, wait, we did it end.
And click.